Hello and welcome back to episode 18 of Take to the Skies, St Albans FC. We're back 7 games into our first season in the National League. It's been a bit of a rough start for us so far, but things are starting to improve just a little bit. So since you were last with us when we got torn apart in our first 2 games really, we then bounced back a little bit with a 1-1 draw with Barnet. We had 0-0 with Guiseley in a game that I feel we should have won. We then did win our first game of the season with Wise getting a hat-trick from central midfield to beat Chelmsford. We then lost to Boston in a very frustrating game. They were down to 10 men early on. We dominated the game. They hit us on one counter and won it. And then most recently we played Dover. And again, we had the better of the game, but we came out with a draw. So, not the worst result in the world, but it's not ideal either. League-wise, we are currently sat in 21st. So, in the relegation zone, but very early on. Dover have had this fantastic start to their life in the National League. We're still working on improving ours, but there are signs that it's starting to come together for us. Today we're going to be playing against Floyd and Gloucester. So far, Floyd are sat in 12th and Gloucester are up in 17th. They're another team who've just been promoted, so they've had a very good start of their own. But let's see if we can get a win under our bag. We have changed our formation a little bit. We've gone more towards this 4-1-4-1 formation. Occasionally the right wingers pushed up when Matthews plays. And we're just experimenting, trying to get that lone striker scoring. But I think we need to be a bit more conservative because it's since the change to the 4-1-4-1 that we've really started to get a few points on the board. And yeah, I think 2 strikers when we're not good enough in this league at the moment. We're not good enough to play without a 5-man midfield. So that's what we're doing at the moment. Hopefully it comes off and we'll get a win on the board today. Let's see if we can go ahead and do that in our first game against Floyd. So the lineup for today, we've got Parks in goal. We've gone with a back 4 of Thomas, Adboale, Chanel and Longello. In midfield we've got Ballantyne in the holding position. Then we've got Napa, Pett, Wise and Coley as the 4 in front of Ballantyne, and then we have Damani Hunter making his debut for us up front. Decided we've struggled to get much out of Rush and Samuel so far. Yes, we're only 7 games in, but we've brought in Hunter through during the summer. He's got very good finish. I think it's 15, which at this level that's really high. So I thought, well, we might as well give him the chance then. You know, see if he is as good as he looks. Maybe he's very good at finishing, but other than that, he's not going to be too good. But we might as well give it a go. We've got an early free kick. Pett goes towards the far post, and Chanel has headed it back across the keeper and into the net. A fantastic free kick. One thing I've just realised I forgot to mention in Wednesday's episode, we actually had a board takeover during the summer. I realise that's quite big news. So, yeah, we've been taken over by a consortium. Pett with a corner here, sends it in. Ballantyne's in there, and I think that was a handball. It was indeed. So, we are under new ownership here at St Albans. The board who've come in, they've seem to be relatively the same financial wise. They injected about 40,000 into the club, I think, which is still a decent amount at this level. And we're, seem to be alright in our new management, although we are now back to 1-1 with Liam Nolan getting an equaliser there just before half time. A little bit disappointing, the timing of it. But nevertheless, we know what we need to do. It's a little bit silly from Napa there as well, just to head it straight back to the corner taker, and Chanel probably should be winning that one in the air. We won't criticise him too much though, because he did put us in the lead to begin with. Header away, goes back to Conlon, and Platt plays it to Ando. Long ball forward. Thorndike has brought it down and puts it in the bottom corner. And that one was a little bit too easy for him. And from 1-0 up just before half time, we're now going in at half time, 2-1 down. And that was a very disappointing, very basic goal for us to concede. So we're going to tell them to keep it up in the second half. Let's try going a bit more direct and a little bit faster tempo now to try and get ourselves back in the game. We're going to encourage them. I think we're going to be looking at bringing Napa off soon. Ball to Ballantyne now. Parks receives it back. And he finds Coley on the left-hand side, who plays it to Pett, back to Coley. Ballantyne plays it back to Pett, who looks towards Hunter, but ends up back with the ball. Ballantyne then tries to find him, headed away to the wing. Napa brings it down, goes inside to Pett, who goes back to Ballantyne. Wise, Coley gets a shot off and he's hit the bar. And that was a cracking strike there. But we are now going to send Napa off for Matthews, in the hopes that Matthews can make a bit of a difference down that left-hand side for us. Let's demand more as well. And we're going to make another change here. Who's this having a poor game? It's Ballantyne and Longello. So we're going to bring Longello off for Sanders. And I'm going to give it a few more minutes and then send... Yeah, that's going to be it. Ballantyne is going to come off for Samuels, who's going to go up front alongside Hunter. He's going to be the pressing forward. And see if that can get us back in the game. We're going to go attacking. We're going to demand more and try and get a goal late in this game. We've got just under 10 minutes to go, I should say. Hunter plays it to Pett. Sanders looks for Coley, who plays it back to Hunter. Cross goes in. Samuels heads over the bar. And it was a very good chance there. Well worked, but unfortunately doesn't pay off. Coley's going to get pushed up further on that left side now. Sanders throws it into Coley, who goes down. Wise then plays a poor pass and it gets cleared away. Thorndike has managed to get past his man and shoots just wide of the post. But it's risky play there. And it looks like we are approaching the end of the game. Sanders tries to find Nolan, but it's cleared away again. And Thorndike has collected it. Chanel with a great tackle there. Thomas looks for Samuels, can't find him. Andrew's now on the ball. Through for Thorndike, and this time he's one-on-one. And this time there's no mistake. It's 3-1. Despite leading early on. And we've managed to end up losing 3-1 to Flyde. I'm going to tell them it was unlucky. We're really just trying to make sure the morale stays up as much as we can. But it's another loss on the board for us. I think we're going to have a little bit of a team meeting. And maybe just a little review on some set-piece tactics as well from the looks of it. We're back shortly. And now the lineup for the game against Gloucester. We've got Parks in goal. A back four of Mensah, Adboel, Chanel and Longello. Ballantyne is the holding midfielder. Then we've got Napa, Pett, Wise and Coley in front of him. And then we're giving Hunter another game up front. I'm a bit confused as to why Ballantyne was listed so far down the list, considering he was the holding midfielder. He was listed as though he was up front or in attacking midfield. He's definitely not. But sure. Mensah throws the ball into Pett. who finds Napper. He then loses the ball out, and Mensah is breaking away for Gloucester. It's a different Mensah. McClure is a one-on-one with the keeper, and Parks with a very good save. Ollie doesn't manage to... He's actually touched it out of the play. What's great here is they've got Mensah on the left wing, Bernard Mensah, so it marks him with B Mensah. But our right back on the same side is Benjamin Mensah. So B Mensah. So they've added in the initial of their first name, and it's made no difference at all, because you still can only tell them by the kits. This has been a very strange first half so far, in that we've done nothing. Just going to have a look and see if there's anything we can try and do to help us out here. Maybe we need to start trying to just shoot on sight a little bit more, because so far in the first half we've had literally no shots. We've kept them down, their chances down low. They've not really had any good chances, but still not ideal. So let's tell them there's a lot more to come from them, and see if in the second half we can create something. Clough with a throw-in sends the cross in straight over both Mensah's heads. It's back to James, who plays it to Perkins, who shoots from the edge, and that's something we don't do very much. The long range shots that go in as just don't come off like that, and it's again, we're losing, and it's to a long range goal that's really shouldn't be troubling the keeper as much as they are. And the more I see them, the more I worry, is Parks the keeper for us, as it's been disallowed due to offside, which is, quite frankly, we've got away with one. The ball goes in. I mean, he is offside, but is that that looked to me like it was Napper that headed that. We're going to have to bring Hunter off for Samuels, because Hunter has not been able to get into this game. Advance forward. Let's see if Samuels can do something. We're going to have to go attacking now, because we're needing this goal. Do we try focusing play through the middle? I'm not even sure anymore. Longello throws it to Coley, who is brought down by Dawson, and that's going to be a second yellow card for Dawson, which means we're going to pass into space in hopes that them being down to 10 men will open up some space. And Wise, that was a fantastic chance for Wise, and he's missed the shot. We have got a corner from it, which Pett swings into the box, and it's above Adebayo's head. Pett now trying to get it back in, but it's blocked. And now we've got 10 minutes to go. We've got the extra man. Ballantyne plays it to Adebayo. He goes long towards Samuels. Why? It's back to McClure now, who goes back to Bowen, sort of. It was behind him. The ball forward, over the top. McClure. It's 2-0 to a team that's down to 10 men. Once again, Sanders is going to come on for Longello. But at the moment, we are looking just really poor. We don't seem to be able to get going at the moment at all. And that is going to be full time. And we have just looked a little bit too easy to beat there. Not a good result for us again. It's a team that's come up with us. Samuel's struggling for goals. As a team, we're struggling for goals. But what we'll do next is we're going to come back for Kings Lynn and the FA Cup 4th round qualifying. See if we can get into the FA Cup proper once again. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment that you're a monster for enjoying it, and subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.